Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. Welcome to another pick a card reading with me. So in today's pick a card reading, we're going to be looking into self-care messages and healing messages from our guides, from source. And what inspired me to create this video was because I feel like this past year has just been a lot. And it's very easy to get caught up. There's so much like visceral anger in the media, in the news. We have lots going on with politics and shifts. We're all going through perhaps some of our own karmic situations in our own lives. And I just felt this strong message today to get back to the basics and to remember that all of these situations and all of the craziness in the world that we may be witnessing is just there to remind us to take care of ourselves and to show us how to take care of ourselves. So today we're going to be getting some messages from spirit and just see whatever wants to come through. I want this to feel like a very wonderful, replenishing self-care reading for you. I'd love to leave you with this quote. The ordinary becomes extraordinary when you find the value in your story. That has been a common theme this past year, is looking into our story and the thoughts in our head. So I want you to think about that, reflect on it. That's the thought of the day. Take it with you. And let's go ahead and introduce the groups. All right, so before we start our meditation, let me go ahead and introduce the groups. So we have group number 1 with this black obsidian here. We have group number 2 with this green moss agate. And we have group number 3 with the pyrite here. Let us start our meditation. And I feel like we are getting a really nice release here. Here is the singing bowl. All right, group number 1, if you chose this lovely black obsidian here, we're going to go ahead and start with you. Hey, group number 1, welcome to your reading. So if you chose this lovely black obsidian, this is going to be the reading for you. And let's just go ahead and get started with pulling messages. See whatever wants to come through. Okay, so the first message that wants to come through is I was seeing a moth. It also felt like a steady, fiery energy as well. To me, the moth is symbolizing, because moths to me symbolize being drawn to light and being pulled to the light. So wherever you're at, if you're ever feeling lost in life, just know that some part of you knows what is the light. And even in those darkest hours or dark moments, keep going towards that light and you will never lose your way. That is what I'm hearing. Okay, let me see if anything else. We'll go ahead and meditate with the black obsidian. All right, yeah. Let's meditate with this. Okay. Well, I was seeing rapid waters, and I feel what they're calling you guys to do is to really focus on moving the energy and just really going with the flow. It felt rapid. So rapid to me is like when the water is rushing. And this to me feels like it's not really in your control. It just might be energy moving around you. And they're wanting you to be very flexible and just go with it. So I'm seeing like this like tumbling energy. It actually felt quite positive. I was getting a very positive energy from it, almost like it was a you were transmuting your energy, or you were flowing through your emotions, or you were alchemizing really quickly. Because it felt like a snake, sort of, but it was like a water snake, and which sort of brings me to the sea serpent. And the sea serpent is all about navigating the waters of life, going through a purification and destruction process. So it's also taking me to Kalima energy as well. We all have the ability, whether we acknowledge it or not, to be destructive in a way that's healthy. So instead of thinking of it as being destructive, you can think of it in terms of it as deconstructing. There's a rapid deconstruction, or perhaps in your most recent past, there has been a rapid deconstruction that has taken place in your life. And they just want you to know that this is a very positive thing, because it's training you, it's teaching you how to move with energies really quickly. And so whenever we're always being told to work on our spiritual gifts, that's what your spiritual gift is. It's your ability to transmute energy very quickly, to purify yourself and be this powerful vessel for which energy gets to move through you. And it's through that transaction, or that experience that you go through, that you gain the knowledge and the wisdom. You know, whether we acknowledge or not, there is sort of a spiritual hierarchy, or there's a promotion. After we leave this body, there's a promotion, there's an afterlife, there's a continuation. And that's what we're doing in this lifetime, is we're preparing ourselves to be able to take that on and to hold that energy. Okay, let's see if I can see anything in the black obsidian here. It's kind of hard to see with this lighting. I'm gonna have to pull it closer to me here. Yeah, so I'm still seeing sort of a snake. I'm getting a dragon as well. Dragons are symbolic for us facing our fear, right? Taming the dragon. When you're able to tame your dragon or tame your fear, you become that powerful warrior. So you're not here to kill the dragon, you're here to tame it, because you get it under your control, essentially. So that fear, you realize that fear is an illusion and it doesn't control you. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm also getting this energy of curiosity as well. I'm seeing someone who feels like a student, and they're ready to learn, and they're looking around, or they're examining the room they're in, and they're taking in this new environment here. So this black obsidian particularly is about an emptying. Purification, emptying. I know black crystals sometimes are very good at absorbing negativity. This one is like light. It looks sharp, it looks jagged, but it's quite light. It's the lightest of all of my crystals. So there's almost this like deception about it, where it looks very intimidating, but it's not. So they just want to acknowledge you're going through this beautiful purification process. It's very sacred. And you're doing a wonderful job, because it's bringing you back into this like childlike innocence and curious space, where you're able to receive the wonders of life, as opposed to judging it or judging everything that's happening to you. And it's that judgment that imprisons us. When we're judging people and we're judging situations or circumstances that we're going through, it becomes very difficult for us to be here. So the art of war here is for us to learn how to be here and to embrace it in spite of the struggles. Yeah, I'm getting this sort of pure, cuddly energy as well. I'm seeing like a teddy bear, and it looks like he's walking towards the light. So moving towards that light brings you into your purification process. It helps you to purify through the layers, and to release all of that baggage, so that you feel lighthearted again. Light and lighthearted. All right, let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what else wants to come through. We have here Seven of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. All right, so the first thing I heard in my head was go against the grain. Many of you are in this place where with the Seven of Wands, that could represent someone who's a rebel. You've been learning how to go against the grain, and you're in this process of learning how to manifest something big here. Manifest a miracle, manifest big opportunities for you. For yourself here. And there are different avenues to manifestation, but the one that you've been learning is spiritual manifestation, learning how to expand, to grow, to intensify your willpower, to stand your ground so as to handle any sort of turbulence. And it's this internal preparation that happens, this strengthening, this warrior building, this peaceful warrior building process that's happening within you that qualifies you to take on bigger opportunities or manifestations that are coming into your life. So if you're wanting that additional encouragement to know, am I moving in the right direction? Absolutely, yes. Group number one, you guys are absolutely moving in that right direction, in a beautiful direction in your life where doors are opening, doors galore, big doors are opening in your life. This is not about status, this is about true fulfillment. There's not a lot of people who are able to do things that they really want to do. What we get caught up in often is in the game of money and status. And if you put on the pedestal money, status, or even people, you lose yourself. Spirit is always encouraging you to put yourself on that pedestal, not in terms of ego, but in terms of well-being and happiness, fulfillment. And when you're really moving towards fulfillment, you're taking care of yourself and you're willing to go against the grain sometimes, because this is part of the challenge. We're spiritual beings, and part of the challenge is realizing that. So most people are obviously going to question that, and some of us may wonder, well, why do they question reality? That's the way it's created. It's supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be a challenge. It's supposed to be interesting, right? For us to stand up for ourselves and to believe in ourselves. Yeah, so there's a powerful manifestation that's coming into your life with the mountains in the background here. You have worked hard for this manifestation. Manifestations require our life force energy, co-creative participation to be brought into this world. So you've been doing some heavy lifting. You've been climbing mountains. We got 3 big mountains in here. So just imagine climbing Mount Everest. You've never done it before. You've never, you've gone up a few hills, but you've never experienced a mountain like this before. And they're showing you that this mountain is creating this, to me, with this arm surrounding the Ace of Pentacles. It's like it's your baby. You're birthing this manifestation into existence through your willpower. So stay standing strong. Okay, let's go ahead and pull some additional cards and see what else wants to come through here. Nice. All right, we got here, ooh, I like this. We got some Santo Paulo here. Cleanse and protect solar plexus, 10. And we also have another solar plexus here, ritual celebrate life. So your solar plexus is obviously reminding you to be confident, right? Solar energy. This is about your sun's solar energy. Perhaps some of you are going through a solar return currently. Perhaps there's a significant solar return that just happened this year, or you'll be stepping into next year, where you'll be really stepping into your power, through big doors and towards big opportunities that you've desired for and wished for your entire life. So with the purification, right, reminder of the black obsidian, cleanse and protect. Make sure you cleanse and protect your energy. To me, Santo Paulo is more of an intention than it is a literal cleanser. You can imagine yourself going through a cleansing, but the way that we cleanse is actually through our thoughts. It has nothing to do with taking a shower, even though, yes, hygiene is important. It has nothing to do with those rituals and steps. The rituals we create are honestly just artistic expressions of us being here and wanting to see or be connected to a purification process here. So Perhaps you have been in a space of needing to cleanse and protect your energy. Some of the best ways that we do this is through hermiting and through us being alone and spending time alone. We are cleansing our energy through that process. And it's actually quite amazing what happens when you spend a lot of time alone. You go through such a powerful purification process at times that when you're re-exposed to society, you can feel the difference. And you can feel a natural enthusiasm and energeticness, making up words, because you took that time off. You know, people go on vacations and they take that time off and they come back from vacation and they feel so much better. I think perhaps a lot of you are realizing how important it is for you to have that downtime, because we're beings, we're not doings, we're beings, and we need to be. We need to take the time to be. It's powerful what stillness can do in your life. So this other one here, other card we have here about the ritual Celebrate Life, solar plexus. This card talks about eating better foods. So as far as self-care goes, you might want to eat better foods. Honestly, veggies are really good. I think protein is fine. Listen to your body. To me, what I'm getting with this energy is that some of you have already experimented with a lot of different foods and you've tried things that work for you and perhaps don't work for you. And so you already have an idea about what your body likes and what your body doesn't like. Quite frankly, vinegar, spicy food, dairy is like not my friend. I like it. Sugar as well. I like those foods, but I cannot eat them all the time. And I can feel the intensity. I feel the repercussions and the consequences. So really listen to how your body feels, because part of our solar plexus is connected to our, I think I've heard it pitti before. It's like our life force fire. It's sort of being generated there in our gut. And if we eat better foods, that will help the energy to flow so much better. So if you need to eat lots of veggies, if you need to do some fastings, 2-day, 1-day, 3-day fastings, if that's what it takes to help your energy to purify and cleanse, I would say go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pull out the book here. So we have okay, I was clear stagnant energy and raise your vibration, right? You've been in the process of clearing stagnant energy. You can burn healing herbs and sacred wood to clear the stagnant energy in the atmosphere. I love to leave my window open every day. I love fresh air. Yeah, setting intentions is really good for protecting energy. You know, you could just do a 5-minute Santo Paulo ritual where you're clearing that energy with your intentions. You also can reflect on, they're saying here, where do you feel like you're stuck in your habits? So what do you feel like certain habits that you're participating in is getting you in a stuck pattern? To be honest, mine says being a night owl. It's kind of rough on interacting with people at times, but it's just kind of the way I've been operating lately. So think about some of the habits that you feel like are keeping you stuck in unhealthy patterns, or maybe contributing or feeding into it in some way. So listen to your beliefs and contemplate where they stem from. Ask yourself if there's a strong outside influence that doesn't truly resonate with you. Are you taking on other people's problems? Are you swayed by others? The past is rapidly becoming obsolete. We are being called upon to become very creative and constantly create anew. Welcome these changes and allow yourself to let go of any self-limiting beliefs that may lead you to act defensively or take you away from your creative destiny. Yeah, and the reversed translation of the Seven of Wands is that sometimes we get defensive. So you want to make sure you're discerning the difference between being defensive or being on the offensive. And I feel like it's like going down the river. You want to go down the path of like least resistance. You want to support something. If you find something that you're in the offensive of or towards, and you're in supportive, I feel like that's feeding a lot of positive energy into your experience versus fighting against something that takes a lot of energy out of us to do that. So it says here, keeping your chakras clear and your mind neutral will help you protect and cleanse your whole self. We mentioned that earlier. Authentic yoga practices such as Kundalini yoga are designed specifically to clear chakras and the aura. Now, I've looked into Kundalini yoga. Guys, I wouldn't get caught up in it. If you feel destined and pulled towards Kundalini yoga, go ahead and do it. Try it out. But if you don't really care, don't force yourself. You're not missing out on anything. That's all I'm going to say. Find a natural way for you to process your energy. And what my guides teach me all the time is that we're actually self-taught, because our spiritual connection, we are the connection. So the way that we do it is honestly a self-expressive choice. If it's yoga for you, do the yoga. If it's hugging trees, please hug those trees. All right. And then the other one, ritual, celebrate your life. I've talked about this card many times on this channel. Celebrate you, celebrate yourself, enjoy your life with new rituals and experiences, right? So to me, rituals translate into habits as well, sixth house energy. So what are some of those habits that you're participating in your day-to-day life that are feeding into your nourishment and are helping you to feel so good about yourself? Something I like to do is I like to give myself a lot of energy, time to rest. I feel like through these transitions and embracing more stillness in my life, I've been giving myself more time to rest, even though sometimes I'd be questioning if I'd be getting all of the rest that I need. But I try to just sleep until I feel quite rested. Right now, in this very moment, it is the time to drop all your guilt, shame, and blame. This comes as a reminder to thoroughly celebrate your life and life itself, and most importantly, include the one and only you. So what did I just say about putting yourself on that pedestal and prioritizing your well-being and your happiness? This is just highlighting that. So there's many new ways you can celebrate your life. You can create new rituals around food. A feast is not necessary. The best way to celebrate your life, especially if you want to experience healthy longevity, feasting can put a big load on your Agni. So I called it piti, but it's Agni. Sorry about that. Your Agni, your digestive fire, and might cause overheating or stagnancy. Eating lightly and occasionally fasting is a creative way to celebrate your life and improve your health. This card asks you to consider eating lightly as a new ritual to celebrate your life. If you're stressed, eating less food or missing meals allows your body to process or digest what you are experiencing without adding any more to the stress. If you feel lighter, you will feel more like celebrating. So what was I saying about light? They are encouraging you to embrace feeling lighter in your life, and they're recommending that one of the ways that you do that is through your food habits. So be careful with sugar, because sugar can be very addicting. And I always feel like, and I'm in agreement with other people in my life as well, where we feel like sometimes we need something sweet, we need a dessert. But if we choose alternatives like apples or something else, that might actually be a lot more fulfilling or filling for us. That's what I meant to say. It'll be more filling for us and just what we need versus eating a donut or a pint of ice cream of some sort. Okay, let's go ahead and pull additional cards. And I'm going to try to go quick because we are already a little over the time that I was wanting. All right. Ooh, look, we got bedroom. They're taking us straight to rest. Oh, hi. We got 3 cards. All right. So we'll go ahead and go over these ones first. So we have here Shakti transformation. So you guys are going through a powerful transformation in your life right now. So Shakti is also another word for life force energy. Here. So your Shakti, your life force energy is elevating. I think some of you have heard of the crystalline or your body turning crystalline. So that's a very good way for you to symbolically understand the energetic transformation that your body is going through. And they say that when our body crystallines and we elevate in that way, we actually don't need as much sugar. We don't need as much, we don't need sugar, period. Sugar is already in a lot of foods naturally. but your body doesn't need as much food. But we do need minerals, and that's what is most important here. Oh. Yeah. So you're going through a powerful transformation, thus the Ace of Cups here. Sorry, Ace of Pentacles. I said Ace of Cups, so maybe you're feeling the Ace of Cups in your life as well. A renewal or blessings are coming into your life. We have here 22, Iris communication. So your communication is transforming, and that's why they say that thoughts are things. Thoughts are forms. They're energy. And when we think of thought on repeat, it becomes a belief. So your communication, how you talk to yourself, how you talk to other people, plays a very vital role in how you feel about yourself. This is important to keep on check. To me, what this 22 is saying is that you want to keep it balanced and you want to keep it harmonious. So whatever communication thoughts that you're putting energy and momentum behind, that is pushing the energy one way or the other, is taking you out of harmony. So find a way to communicate to yourself in a way that brings harmony to yourself and your experience. Make that a priority. And it's so simple, beyond these rituals that we do, just doing affirmations or reminding yourself who you are and perhaps what spirit or God has taught you. What are some of those lines that have inspired you? In fact, I opened this pick a card reading with a line. The ordinary becomes extraordinary when you take the time to see the value in your story. So there you go. They're just pointing to it, and I'm psychic. So to me, Iris gives off that light-hearted energy. You want that light-hearted communication, you want to be experiencing that light-hearted communication from within, where you're a lot easier on yourself, you're a lot more peaceful toward yourself, perhaps a little bit less judgmental. So we have here heart chakra key concepts. This chakra's key concepts are love, trust, compassion, and empathy. This chakra's color is green and its element is air. You can use crystals, create a crystal ritual. Honestly, any of the green crystals. So green aventurine would be one. Green moss agate, we have that here as well. Find a crystal, maybe you can meditate with it. All of the crystals are filled with loving intentions. So it really doesn't matter. Choose the one that you resonate with. You can hold your hand over the crystal and say, oh, which one am I feeling called towards? And meditate with that one. So a really good way for us to tune into love, trust, and compassion. This is mostly what we feel in our connections. So you can take the time to perhaps reflect on and think about some of those connections you have in your life where you feel that love and you feel grateful. You can even find those difficult relationship dynamics you've experienced and think to yourself, well, what did this relationship teach me? What value did it offer me? How did it perhaps teach me how to alchemize? A lot of my challenging experiences taught me how to become more powerful. So I'm grateful for every single one of them, though not all the time. But I have my moments where I feel in awe of those experiences and what they've taught me. So love, trust, compassion. Where have you experienced an example of compassion as well as trust in your life? All right, we also have here the sacral chakra yoga poses. Mindful breathing with yoga poses can help release tension in the body and mind. Poses like bound angle, squat, goddess, and happy baby restore balance to the sacral chakra. Yeah, I think, like I said, we're very self-taught, so you can think of some of the poses that connect you to your sacral chakra. I think when people stand with a very open, confident pose, that connects them to their solar plexus. So you can think about and sort of make up something where you feel like you're connecting to your sacral. You can talk to it. We're energy and everything is in communication with one another. So why don't you talk to that sacral chakra within you and see what it can teach you or tell you about healing. So our sacral chakra is where we experience the flow of emotions. I was talking about the serpent and the water. So that's about our flow of emotions. That's there. Our sacral and our solar. Also just any of our lower chakras is where we store the trauma the hurt, the pain that we're experiencing. And really all it is just it's pain on repeat that we're re-experiencing, we're reactivating. So this is a good time to think about, again, any of those experiences that you've learned about in your life that have taught you something valuable, that have been difficult, and particularly taught you how to process your emotions better, and taught you perhaps how to speak to yourself better, or what kind of phrases did the universe show you was important to repeat. We have here 6 Scorpio bedroom. So we have here sexual fulfillment, intimacy, sensual pleasure, love affair, sleep, contentment, leisure, nap, sleep on it, alone time, oasis, retiring, dream time, astro travel, call it a day. The cards are listening to me again. This is about spending that alone time by yourself. Though, if you have a partner, you can have downtime with each other and enjoy the quiet and the peacefulness of that energy here. So make your bedroom space your oasis to just relieve and alleviate any of those experiences. Sleep is where we process everything. Sleep is the reason why we are alive, because we release a lot in our sleep. Just think about it. That's where we have a lot of our nightmares, or we experience some kind of anxiety. It happens through our sleep. So sleep is powerful for helping us to transmute energy without us being on the go and awake and aware of it happening. So make sure you're getting your rest, because that transformation is taking place during that time. Oh, sorry guys. I was just pulling cards and they just all spilled out. Okay. Well, I got some of them here, so let me just go ahead and pull some. So we got 45, 22, 10, 12, 50, and 31, and a 6. So 4, repeat, lots of 1s, prioritizing yourself. Okay, that's good enough. We have here, I set a new standard. So again, with the 7 of Wands here, this is about you prioritizing your life and deciding what's important for you. Set the standard. To me, this isn't about having high expectations. This is just about deciding the life you want for yourself. This doesn't have to impress anyone. This isn't about the Olympics. This is about what feels good to you. That's the standard you want to set. We have here money, career. I believe in my unlimited prosperity with the Ace of Pentacles. It's definitely on its way to you. And just so you know, time doesn't exist, so you already have it. Yes, you are unlimited prosperity, my dear. You're a spiritual being. All right, to close out your reading, we have here successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to you. So this card comes up when the universe is trying to tell you that money will show up, or prosperity will show up, but it's going to come in the form of connections here. Working together, 11th house, 3rd house, working together with other people, collaborating with other people. So just be open to that. We have here release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something, in the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So I love that last line, so can you. That's probably the affirmation that you need to remind yourself. Yeah, you can do it. Absolutely. The tricky thing about jealousy, I think sometimes, is that it's a lesson that every person has to experience, because we're not ever without it. Because there's a reason why we try to achieve things and we try to be special, is because we feel this craving to achieve and sometimes compare ourselves to other people, or compare ourselves to the standard of society. But they're asking you to create a new standard. And I also think a key word here is release. So release the frustration of things not going the way that you want. Release the tension. Consciously make a choice to relax. Relax your body and say, I let this go. If you have to do it every hour, go ahead and do it. If you have to wake up every day and say it, then go ahead and do it. Set that intention to release, let it go, and trust. We have here declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and work space. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. So with this card, I think what's important to remember here is that the declutter is mostly up here. It's happening energetically. When we think more clearly up here, our life tends to mirror us. So if there is a lot of clutter building up around you, it's probably because we need to get organized. We need to sit down, get organized, and maybe make a plan. So make a plan. I think it's important to sort of plan out your day, if not like a little briefly, somewhat briefly, sit down. You don't even have to write anything down, but make some mental notes about what it is you like to do, what you're interested in accomplishing that day, and also create a conscious relationship to your habits, your actions, and your routine. I eat this because it feels good for me. I go walk and I exercise because my body feels good. When we take the time to just acknowledge what makes us feel good, we'll feel more apt to do it and take the action, as opposed to procrastinating or being lazy. So declutter. They gave a lot of great recommendations, and make sure you set that intention to let go of whatever's going on up here. Final bit of advice for you guys. We got here Moon, Pisces in the 7th house. All right, so another reminder to create harmony. We're getting a connection to the flow of the water, the sea serpent, and emotions here with this Pisces energy. Beautiful. This energy feels very beautiful. It feels very much about where you're embracing going with the flow, not bothered at all, taking it easy, creating natural connections with people, feeling really comfortable around people. So 7th house is when we're in front of people, when we're connecting to others as well. And I think it also heightens our ability to feel quite confident. So with the moon there, that means that we are caring for other people in our space. Like we're nourishing, we're caring, we're giving, we're sharing that energy together. Yeah, so that's what this energy feels. But the 7th house can also just be a connection to making sure you're establishing that harmony. Sometimes with these astro dice, even though they're showing me 7th house, this might also be connected to literal like communication or thoughts going on and creating harmony there. So if you allow your emotions to flow, your thoughts will flow a lot better too. So instead of holding on really tight and you're like, oh, I'm so frustrated. You know, sometimes we get angry, just a little angry about something. We just keep thinking about it on repeat. If we set that intention to let that go, everything can flow. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 1. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonates. Thank you. Bye. Hey, group number 2, if you chose this lovely green moss agate, then this is going to be the reading for you. All right, let's go ahead and get started with pooling energies and see whatever wants to come through about your self-care, healing messages, loving messages. All right, I felt like I was seeing a triangle. This one was a little different. I know you guys must be like, her triangles again. Me and my triangles, right? I was seeing, because they're always different. That's what cracks me up. It's like, I never see the same triangle. It's always slightly different. This one had curves. I think this could be connected to the tri-star. Okay, so I was seeing a tri-star and I was seeing a 3-pointed triangle. And it was giving me this energy of on point, be on point, get on point. So it's reminding me of someone getting dance moves, getting down the dance moves, and they have to hit each dance move. So I feel like this is perhaps connected to your routine, whatever you're doing habitually that's helping you to stay centered. There's some certain things that you do that actually help to get your energy right on point is what I'm hearing. They want you to hit those moments. The triangle also represents mind, body, spirit. So thoughts, body, how do we feel? Physical exercise, food, and spirit. This is where I think, what I think is interesting? I think gratitude imbues our spirit a lot. And reflection, self-reflection, taking the time to evaluate our life, to see how things are unfolding, and to appreciate whatever it is that we've gone through and what it's taught us. Other than that, I don't really think many other things are all that important. Like, do we need to know that we have spiritual gifts and that we're going through these shifts and whatnot? Not necessarily, but naturally, as you start to wake up, you develop a insatiable curiosity for life, and you always want to know because you're infinite. You're realizing you're infinite, and as is the universe that we keep learning about. So you can take the time to reflect and really think on what are those things that you feel very appreciative of in your life. The second thing I was seeing was, I felt like a flower that was opening up. And I felt like I was seeing something in the center that felt protected and loved and safe. So I think there's something about connecting to yourself, mind, body, and spirit helps you to tune into safety and security. We often feel vulnerable having a human form, but there's a way for you to actually feel very secure in this body, even while things are unpredictable and difficult at times. I'm seeing a bubble around you, so they want you to know that you guys are safe, you are protected at all times. And it's your awareness of this that's very important, because it's the awareness that reminds you to feel safe again. Yeah, it's challenging because it's an invisible safety. There's no way for sure for us to know, is my guides here? Are my angels here? Unless we go into maybe a deep meditative practice where we can feel that. But I think sometimes it comes off so naturally to us, we don't think about it. Like, we do feel safe, it's just we don't really think about it. It's like, why do you feel safe in the dark sometimes? Why do you just know you're going to get home safely and all of these things? And part of that is my guides are always teaching me that those negative thoughts that we hear in our head are often lies. The paranoia is the problem. When we feed those negative thoughts, it creates an energy of paranoia around us, and it actually makes us more of a magnet for challenging, difficult situations. But when you ascend, that... I'm a little hungry, sorry. When you ascend, the protective bubble becomes more apparent, but it actually becomes stronger too. It's very interesting how that works, but it's almost like you're creating your reality or something. Let's go ahead and see what this moss agate wants to communicate. Okay. I was getting something a little bit abstract, but I was seeing like a doubling of something multiplying and opening up, which also sort of takes me to the flower that I felt like I was seeing open up as well. Open up. Yeah, so what I'm seeing in my mind, I'm being referenced to a book I read in, was it elementary or middle school maybe? It was about a guy who was playing basketball, and he would get into the flow state sometimes. And when he got into the flow state, the basketball hoop in his imagination would widen. So it was almost like he could just shoot it and he would just know it would go in. Kind of like Steph Curry. So there's something about, yeah, again, on point basketball. Okay, it's kind of weird. Channeling. There's something about your energy. It's like, it's the expansion. So it's like the more you expand, the easier it is to get the basketball in the hoop because the hoop gets bigger. Whoa, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. So, you know, sometimes people say to get very specific about manifestations. I'm not saying that's wrong, but what I'm saying is that get like very expansive about possibilities. The more open you are to possibilities, the more you almost target exactly what's supposed to happen to you, or target luck, or target, I don't know, you're able to get right on target when it comes to you, a manifestation that's either meant to come towards you or you've been wanting. But I think it's going to be a combination of both. Those are the best manifestations. Something that you want, but it's also something the universe always wanted to bring towards you, because let's be honest, the universe dreams way bigger than we do. So the more you open your energy, and I'm getting like open it up for everything, because sometimes our tendency is to close up our energy when we get hurt, we're feeling defensive, or we're feeling anxious. We close up our energy. Challenge yourself to keep your heart open and keep your energy open, which sounds like the antithesis. I'm not telling you to be emotionally drained and attacked by emotional vampires who are taking advantage of you. I'm saying open your heart. Open your heart. I'm not saying let people take advantage of you. I'm saying open your heart and open your energy, open your mind. Open all of it up, which means you're probably going to have to let go of a fixation on a specific idea or fixation of reality, or how you think things are supposed to unfold. Open up and say anything can happen. And I'm so excited for what that is. I've heard people say you have to be specific, but I don't believe in that, honestly, because your intention sets the stage. If your intention is to live a fulfilled life, whatever manifests will match that. Okay. Let's see if I can see anything here. I'm going to pull it close to me. Okay, I'm seeing a Christmas tree. A walking Christmas tree? Okay. So I'm getting this energy of you being an organic form, because I'm seeing like a gigantic Christmas tree of some sort. Like a big spirit. Oh. A little creepy. He looks like a clown. So that might be a connection to humor, though this one looks a little serious. Yeah, maybe you do feel serious, or you take life very seriously, or you take yourself very seriously. Humor is going to be very important. Humor is like food for our spirit. It helps us to feel spirited, which also connects me to the Christmas tree and spirit. All right, feeling spirited. Christmas spirit. So they're encouraging you to bring this Christmas spirit to everyday life, not just on Christmas. Celebrate every day like it's the day, which might be challenging, but you don't have to do anything big. I think maybe even create like a small practice or ritual where you're like, you know what, I can't wait till I do this. Maybe have one thing to look forward to every day. You can do that. Yeah, and I'm also getting a little bit of boogeyman energy as well, where it's like you think you have monsters under the bed, or you feel like there's something to be afraid of, but it's clouds, right? It just dissipates. Like this is reminding me of clouds here. So there's something about the fear, it just disintegrates. So if you're going through a situation where there's terror or any kind of fear that's rising up, just know that it's going to dissipate. I'm telling you now, it will dissipate. It'll be like it doesn't exist, which is pretty incredible, but that's what they're showing me. Yeah, it looks like a big boogeyman monster, which takes me to the bully card from Carolyn Miss. I say her name wrong all the time. I always say Miss, but it's actually Mice or something like that. I don't remember. I was surprised. I've been saying it wrong for years. But what I'm seeing is the card Bully from the archetype deck, where it's a cloud blowing wind, and the cloud is supposed to represent our deep fears, and it's blowing this big wind, and it looks intimidating, but it's wind. It'll just go right through you. All right, let's go ahead and pull some cards and see what wants to come through for your self-care messages. We're getting so much today. Yeah, we have the Four of Cups. And we have here the Strength card. Yes, guys, be strong. You can do it. Yes, you can. Anything else you want to tell me about the Four of Cups? Yeah, so they want you to know whatever situation you're going through, it's a blessing in disguise. Okay? It might feel like a tricky situation where you're figuring out how to balance. I want to know... You're having to juggle something here. Can you clarify the Two of Pentacles, please? Oh, it's the juggling act. This is the blessing. Seven of Wands. The juggling act is the blessing. You're learning how to juggle. So this card is also connects us to flexibility. So the universe is putting you through some kind of test or challenge here. This is very testy energy here with the Strength card. It's putting you through a test because it's trying to teach you how to be flexible to energy. So you're going through something that is challenging, but it's testing you to be flexible. The only thing you really need to do, honestly, you need to trust, keep your heart open. There's not much you need to do because the universe is sort of guiding this here. You just need to stand strong. Keep your stance here. With the Four of Cups, it's a blessing in disguise. Perhaps something is unfolding in your life where it feels like the opposite of a blessing, but they just want to remind you it's a blessing in disguise. Huge blessing in disguise here. Yeah, I was getting that fear, picking up fear. I was picking up that boogeyman energy. Okay, let's see what else they want to show us here. We have here cleanse and protect solar plexus. Okay, can you guys give us any fresh energies here? I feel like a blue card wants to come out, but oh, I got the purple. The gift of connection. Okay, crown chakra. So cleanse and protect. We got the Santo Paulo right here. We got the Santo Paulo in this image as well. They're just reminding you, take the time to cleanse and protect your energy. And the way that we cleanse, this is through energetically setting intentions. We cleanse through our mind, most importantly, but you can always create any kind of ritual to cleanse your energy. You know, to me, this is more of an intention than it is literal. So I was also getting that energy of protect. So you are protected, you are safe, and you actually are more protected by the energy you're feeding up here. Whatever is going on up there, that gets to determine the outcome of your experience here. Solar plexus is about your confidence. Our lower chakras is where we store our trauma here. And so you're going through a cleansing experience where you're letting go of the trauma that's connected to your lower chakras. And they're emphasizing the solar plexus here, which is your confidence. Being confident in yourself, understanding that just by being alive, you are the blessed. Sorry, guys. Wow, my stomach really started growling for you guys. Maybe you're hungry, eat good food. But your solar plexus is connected to your confidence. It's connected to your Agni, your life force energy. And you're going through this cleanse right now where you're believing in yourself and you understand that you are infinitely worthy and you don't have to have a reason to be important. You just are important. And so you're going through a re-education process where the universe is showing you that you're important. Because you might be challenged right now, but at every turn, you are either going to be lucky, something's going to show up, or you will be taken care of. But it's not going to be in the way that you're expecting or prefer or desire for it to be. But you're going through a strengthening process, so just be patient with that, because the strengthening process is not easy. It's meant to be a challenge, right? Where we have to learn how to hold our stance. Yeah, and you're going to come out of it feeling very confident, where you prioritize yourself. You prioritize your happiness and your well-being. We have here the gift of connection, crown chakra. This one I'm going to read up on. It's obviously to people who are cuddling. We got a heart with wings as well. So the crown chakra is where we get all of our downloads, our insights, where we connect to spirit. And through our crown chakra, we start to realize, wow, I'm connected to this vast universe. This is so incredible. When you're in your most rested state, perhaps even blissful or happy state, your crown chakra is lit. You feel so connected to everything. Perhaps when you're laughing, your crown chakra is very lit. Here. So yeah, she looks like she's giggling. Like, haha, oh my goodness. So there might be actually people coming into your life as well that the universe is going to send to you, who's meant to be a part of this transformative experience. Let's go ahead and read the book really quick, and we'll move on to the other cards. The gift of connection. Intimacy is your divine human purpose. This is a message to surrender the beginning and the end of all relationships, focusing instead on authentic connections in the present. This is where you will find the most opportunity to learn, grow, and feel fulfilled. If you have felt lonely or have longed to be understood, you have a wonderful opportunity before you. Every prayer's answer is right there alongside the call. Trust this and see that it is only a trick of the mind that hides what you seek. Firstly, do not let anything or anyone stand in the way of you connecting to and opening your heart. What do we say? Master self-loving. Then reach out and touch people, mend your relationships, give beautiful smiles and songs to others, and welcome smiles in return. No matter how disconnected you feel, everything about you is vibrating and affecting everybody else in your surroundings. Your mind, your heart, your astral projection, and your magnetic field vibrates. So command this vibration to be warm, compassionate, kind, happy, and grateful. In this state of love, your magnetic field will draw others to you. Be prepared for this. Have healthy boundaries and yet be completely non-defensive. Master disarming others with a twinkle of the eye or the touch of your hand, and you will elevate everyone you meet to soften and receive the love in your heart. Don't take that advice literally unless some of you feel called to about touching people. We have here, okay, so this is about socializing. So the phrase I was drawn to in this oracle deck was when they mentioned mending relationship. I actually believe in this. I think it's our job to mend every relationship that has been challenging in our lives, and we have to exercise forgiveness, because if we don't, we're holding that, we're storing that trauma, we're storing that pain. I think it's very important to forgive people and to forgive repeatedly as well. Does that mean they have to be a part of your life 24/7? No. But I would say definitely open yourself up to mending those relationships so you can move on with your life, because that's energy you don't want to keep with you. So wherever you're feeling perhaps resentful, you have resentful memories towards the people in your life, that is something that you need to continuously work on letting go of, or moving forward into your next chapter of your life. Continue to forgive. Make that a part of your religion. Make that a part of your top priorities, because when we forgive, we don't carry that weight with us, and we get to live a lighthearted life. I think it's so important because we don't realize that it's eating away at us, and it's at the back of our head when we don't forgive people. So be very intentional about that. And also think about that person's perspective or their story, because most of those people who hurt other people or bully other people usually were hurt by someone else or bullied by someone else. They learned it from somewhere else, but they didn't put enough self-awareness on the situation to know what to do, or to know what to do, to know how to let it go, or to even know that that was an option. Oops. So we have here, let's go and pull some more cards. We got new beginnings. Yay! I just said new chapter. It's like you're listening to me, cards. Yostre. New beginnings. So this is about keeping your mind open to possibilities and to this new chapter that you're stepping into. The universe just wants you to know it's going to be a little bit unpredictable, not quite what... It's not ideal. Yeah, to me with the Four of Cups I'm getting, it's not ideal. You know, you're not really walking through the pearly gates of heaven here with this new chapter, but it's happening. It's happening. It's just not happening the way you would imagine. It's just happening. All right, let's see what else wants to come through here. So I like how they talked about also connections, relationships. So if you have people in your life that you do feel connected to, gratitude, I think it's so important, remembering to be grateful for those connections. Whenever I think about my friends and my family, I'm blown away. I'm so lucky that sometimes I'm like, why am I so spoiled or so entitled that that person did something and I got defensive. And then I forgot all the great things they did or all the wonderful moments that we had together. So I definitely want to make it part of my practice to remember the good things because it's worth remembering. We have your chess. 3 Virgo. Strategy, planning, checkmate, grand design. So the checkmate is taking me to the on point with the basketball and the triangle. Thinking ahead, tactics, moves and counter moves, master plan, course of action, power play, game theory, consequences to actions. So the universe is has a master plan for your life, and it's shrouded in mystery. But the universe wants you to know it's very much on purpose, okay? You didn't just end up here randomly on like a 2% chance. Like the universe 100% intended for you to be here, existing at this time, born to the set of parents, people around you that exist in your life, intentionally created for you to meet some of your soulmates, intentionally it created you so that you had a penchant or an affinity towards art, music, spirituality, connections, crystals, whatever. It created you on purpose. So think about that. We got the 3s here, 3-pointed triangle. All right. I'm going to pull the final cards so that we can just get closer to finishing this on time. I feel like I sound like such a mom when I do these readings. All right, kitties. Just boys and girls. I had a history teacher who used to always say that. All right, boys and girls, even though we were in high school. He's like, all right, boys and girls. He just retired recently, too. Really awesome teacher. All right, so let's go ahead and reveal what we got here. So we're going to start here with detox your friends. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time, so be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. Now, this card is not literal. Doesn't necessarily mean that you have to detox your friends. Some of you may feel like you need to. But what's important is the word detox and the word choices: inspiring, generous, and supportive. If you are inspiring, generous, and supportive, guess what? You're going to attract people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So as far as what you attract to you, start with looking in the mirror and thinking to yourself, how do I think about myself? How do I think about other people? How do I feel about myself? How do I feel about other people? If we feel defensive all the time, we might often attract people for which we have to defend ourselves. And that often happens for a lot of, I think, women sometimes, when they didn't grow up feeling protected or safe, they end up, men and women both, but I'm just using women as an example because I'm seeing someone in my head, where someone hurt us, someone disappointed us, and from then on, we took our hurt inner child with us everywhere we went, and we viewed the through the lens of that experience, we viewed our entire life through that lens. And we kept seeing situations where we felt like we had to defend ourselves. That's a choice. I realized that when I had an accident about 7 years ago. I realized I sort of manifested that experience because I was stressed out, overworked, overwhelmed, and angry. And from then on, I was like, never again. Because it woke me up a lot, just enough. Before that, I had gone through a stage of awakening, but I had to be kicked awake again because I fell back asleep. And I didn't really fall back asleep. It's just I had to keep going through additional stages of awakening and keep waking up. So, with this Four of Cups, whatever you're feeling like, this isn't fair, this isn't, that's the detoxifying they're referring to. Your abundance flow. You are your abundance flow. How you feel about yourself. We have here, I'm the master of my own faith and the captain of my own soul. There we go. I'm the master of my own faith and the captain of my own soul. So universe is trying to show you, you have the power to change your life. You don't have to wait for anyone, and you don't have to give your energy to past experiences that hurt you, because you get to choose how you feel about yourself. And based off of that, that's what's going to help to manifest certain experiences to you. And I always say intentions are so important. All right, so we have here, I encourage my partner to reach for the stars. So you obviously have some beautiful, that's why I'm kind of feeling some beautiful, loving connections and energies around you. I don't think you have to worry too much about the detoxing of the friendships here or people in your life. I think you've probably gone through a lot of that before. You're going to attract to you, and you're attracting to you, and you have perhaps already in your life people who encourage you to reach for the stars and who you encourage to reach for the stars. Reciprocity. That's what it's about. I think sometimes people get really caught up in roles and performing for people or the opposite sex or the opposite gender and thinking, well, what do I need to do to get them to do what I want? And I'm like, it's all about reciprocity. It's all about reciprocity. So you tend to attract what you yourself tend to put out into the universe and put out into the world. So you won't have to be worried about that. Oh, I don't want to attract that person. You don't have to worry about any of that. If you're just focusing on being happy, being you. You don't have to focus on fixating on, well, this is how they need to act and this is how they need to do this. That's too much work. Lighten your load and know that you got people who are coming into your life that are here to encourage you to reach for the stars. And for a lot of you, this is due to your powerful inner work. Your ability to forgive, to keep your heart open, has magnified the most brilliant, incredible, divine, sacred connections that are meant for you. The universe has master planned this divine connection to come into your life. We have here sacral chakra affirmations. I trust my feelings and give them ample room for expression. So our sacral chakra is where we still store a lot of our emotional trauma, right? So that's all your emotions. A lot of artists tend to have very powerful sacral chakra, and also just very spiritual people have very powerful sacral chakras. Their ability to transmute emotions, alchemize emotions, and process it, be emotionally intelligent is thanks to their sacral chakra here. Their ability to trust their feelings and give ample room for their expression. And what was I saying about opening up? So maybe you're allowing yourself to move through the different fluctuations of your emotions. And you're allowing the past hurts and pains to leave my body, just go. So this happens in rest, it happens in sleep, but it also happens when you're intentional about it. The universe has designed everything. Your whole life is designed for you to be an alchemist your whole life. So don't worry. You're going to have to learn how to do it. And you guys are learning how to do it. You've learned how to do it. You've been at this for some time. You've been at this for some time. For some of you, you've been at this for 7 years, 20 years, probably your entire life. You just didn't know it. You've always been working at this, but you're in a place right now where you're continuing to really trust your feelings. That's beautiful, right? They don't have to be right or wrong, but give them space to be processed. We have the throat chakra. This throat chakra is located in the region of the throat, jaw, neck, and mouth. This chakra is associated with communication, creativity, and self-expression. Yes. So how are you talking to yourself? How are you thinking about yourself in general? And also find some creative outlets. Creative outlets are very important. Yes, they're very important for us to explore what's going on in our head, to explore our ideas. Sometimes it's a way for us to, draft an idea as well if we're planning a bigger, grander design in life in the future. So one of my creative outlets is obviously YouTube, and it's also writing songs. Yes. And I told my friends I used to paint a lot all the time. I don't anymore because I lost interest. But when I found other creative outlets, I felt very satisfied with having that. And it helped me to learn how to process my emotions better. So make sure you find something creative to do. You know, whether, I don't know, it's something you're beginning for the first time. I just started writing music in 2019. I wrote one song when I was like 9 or 10. I recorded it. And then I would play the piano a little bit. I was in band. But then I gave all of my attention to art and painting by the time I got into high school. And then it was pretty much just that. And then 2019 is when I started writing music. And I felt called to express and explore. And that's when I realized I was channeling. So you just never know. Creativity is coming from the divine. It's divinely inspired. So use it, connect to it, because it can perhaps show you, a mirror to you, how miraculous and beautiful life is. All right, close out this reading. We got here Libra, Jupiter Libra in the second house. So our second house is our house of values or security. That could be the house where we're accumulating our income. Jupiter is about blessings and expansion, and Libra is about harmony as well as connections. Yeah, I feel like you guys are going to be double blessed when it comes to people and connections. This could be work partnerships of the sort specifically, but also when it comes to prosperity, you guys are being very much blessed. And the universe is arranging it so that these experiences can come into your life. So keep your heart open because the universe has some surprises for you on its way to you. This is also bringing us back to communication and reminding us the importance of bringing harmonious communications or affirmations into our mind, or saying them out loud perhaps. You can even affirm, I am wealthy. You can affirm, I am happy, I am thriving as well. I think those all perfectly fit Jupiter in Libra in the second house. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 2. I hope you guys enjoy. Oh yeah, you guys are group number 2 too. So double blessing. What did I say? I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonates. Thank you. Bye. Hi, group number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this lovely pyrite, this is going to be the reading for you. Let's go ahead and pull some energies and see whatever wants to come through first. Oh, that might have been blurry. I'm not sure. I tend to forget. There we go. Okay. First message I was getting was synchronicity and the importance of you aligning or understanding are affirming with yourself the synchronicities that are playing out in your life. I think pay attention to the details is what I'm hearing. Pay attention to what's unfolding in your life. Like, really look at it. Really pay attention, because we have an inner dialogue that's often telling us the opposite of what's actually true. And if there's any harsh or negative thoughts that are coming up in our head, those are not true. That's deception. Those are lies. But I was seeing lines and I was seeing them multiply. So that's showing to me that you guys are experiencing a lot more synchronicities, perhaps, than you're even aware of. Yeah. I've started getting this energy of compartmentalization and organization as well. But I just keep hearing, if you really look at it, if you really pay attention to your life, you'll realize nothing is amiss. It's perfectly organized and planned. So you can easily assess this by reflecting on some of the synchronicities you notice in a day. I would say experiment with one day and just count how many synchronicities you see in one day. Or you can think about how many synchronicities you saw last week show up in your life. So I'll share one with me. Sometimes I like to play songs from my 800 song playlist on Spotify. Whenever songs repeat, it catches my attention. And also when specific artists keep playing as well. There's 3 artists they repeated, and there was 1 song they repeated within a span of a week. And I thought that was weird because I literally had not heard that song in like a year. And I was just blown away. I was like, what the? But I listened to the message of this song, and it was just confirmation, because that song does mean a lot to me. And it reminded me of what I was thinking when I first listened to it. Okay, let's go ahead and meditate with the Pyrite and just see whatever wants to come through here. Okay, they're showing me a pyramid. The Great Pyramid, or a pyramid. So that's a bit different. Usually I see triangles. They were showing me specifically a pyramid. I actually have been getting lots of triangles today, which makes sense because it's self-care. Mind, body, and spirit. The pyramid it's that connection between grounded manifestation and inspired divine idea. So we take a divinely inspired idea and we ground it into physical manifestation here. So with the Pyrite, I feel like that's double confirmation that you have a powerful manifestation that's going to be showing up into your life, and it's divinely manifested, which means that your angels, your guides, the divine itself wanted this or intended this to be for you. This goes beyond your personal will and egoic preference for what you wanted. Though, I will have to say our desires are often not by accident. Those things that we fantasize about or dream about are often things that the divine is sometimes calling us towards. And it's reminding us of our purpose, perhaps, our dream, how we can thrive. So your pathway is very much lit up, and there's a powerful manifestation that I'm seeing the tetrahedron, and I'm feeling that connection to the heart here. A manifestation that came straight from your heart, and your heart is connected to the heart of Source as well. Yeah, so I'm seeing your little heart, and I'm seeing this ginormous heart, and I'm seeing a pyramid in each of those hearts, and they're connected to each other, like an umbilical cord. Okay. Let's go ahead and stare at this and see what I can pick up here. I'm seeing a castle. This might be, You guys are manifesting a legacy. You're manifesting an empire. It's a spiritual empire in a sense. I'm not saying like your spiritual business empire. I'm talking about the empire of life or the universe. This could be something that you'll be in works building for the rest of your life. But they're showing me a castle, so they just want you to know the life that you've always wanted for yourself is here. That's what I'm hearing. It's here. It's happening right now. And I'm just seeing a bunch of people. To me, these look like spirits, ancestors, and guides and angels, and I'm seeing them building your castle. Whoa. Yeah, I'm seeing like a ton of energies building your castle. Building a castle. Because I guess, in truth, it's not your castle, it's y'all's castle. You share with them all. This is y'all's castle. Y'all built it together. Okay, so with this pyrite, this is my grounding, abundant, sometimes Capricorny energy pyrite. And it's a good reminder, because it's a cube, it's a good reminder for just remembering to stay grounded and to stay stable. So stability, security is coming through here. And it's fool's gold. So this is definitely connected to prosperity, but it's also, I like this idea of like how effortless some manifestations can come into our life, how beautifully, powerfully, effortlessly manifestations can come into our life. Let's pull some cards. All right, way to shuffle that. We have here 3 Pentacles. Woohoo! Nice. Triangle, stability. Yeah, and she's got her helpers. So these, are they trolls or trolls? Yeah, I guess we can call them little trolls. Trolls, trolling, internet trolling. Yeah, it's an artist. Were you guys the one who I just talked to about painting? That's weird. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me think about it. I'm going to see if I can pick something else up from this card. You don't know it. All right, I guess I'm about to tell you, but you've been in the middle of designing your castle. And I'm not talking about making a vision board on Pinterest, okay? I'm talking about the spiritual castle. This is about solidifying our foundation through our own integrity, honesty, the foundation of who we are. If you can be the foundation for yourself, then anything that you manifest will succeed. Very much anything you touch turns to gold. So this woman, she looks like a local artist who's working on a beautiful masterpiece. But little does she know that someone's about to pay some big bucks for that painting. And she's about to explode and go to New York. Oh, this is funny. This is getting good. She's about to go to New York, LA, London, UK. She's about to go traveling, sharing, and showing people her gifts. So whatever gifts you already have, you're born with these gifts, and you've been refining them over time. You're going to have the opportunity, a bigger platform, to share this with other people. Now, getting back to the self-care messages, I think find a creative outlet. Absolutely. Maybe I was telling the previous group about this, yeah. But I was mentioning that I used to paint, and then I started writing songs because I lost interest in painting. And to me, so long as I have a creative outlet, I don't really care what it is. I just need one. I just need something. YouTube is one of those creative outlets. It's why I put so much into it, because I'm obsessed. I got the shock in my chart. I get fixed on things. So you've been working at this energetically through your spirit. You've been manifesting this, and your hard work is going to be rewarded. Let's pull another card for fun. I think it's also, look at that, guys, 10 of Pentacles. Or sorry, 10 of Cups. That's even better. Happily ever after, the castle. And the castle sometimes takes me to the reference of castle in the sky, which I connect to the King of Cups. Because that was something I saw when I channeled his energy. Castle in the sky here. Beautiful life. Surrounded by people who care for you. The dream. The 10 of Cups. Dream partner. Dream life. Yeah, you've been painting your canvas because your life is your masterpiece, and you've been working at this. And perhaps you haven't realized it yet, but that's what you've been doing. You've been tuning into your ability to be happy. So our ability to be happy, to be grateful for what we have, to fill our cup. So I'm seeing someone fill the cup up. And how do you fill up your cup? And one of the ways you fill your cup up is through gratitude. So maybe some of you have been working on gratitude. If you feel like you can work on more gratitude, go ahead and do it. and try to find as many things to be grateful for in your life. Because I know personally for me, when I reflect on certain experiences or things that have happened in my life, there's so much to be grateful for. I can't even fit it all in a book. I couldn't. If I were to think of any time something good happened to me, some kind of blessing showed up in my life, it feels infinite here. Deep appreciation. And it feels like she's appreciating her canvas, her painting. So maybe appreciate what you've done. Appreciate what you've been working on. Appreciate the fact that you've been working on yourself to the best of your ability. You've been making some kind of contribution. And this means a lot. That's why you got helpers. You don't have to do it all by yourself, right? You got guides, you got magic around you. You got soul tribe around you who's supporting your dreams. All right, I gotta keep going. We're taking too long. We hear soul lesson, nobility, Ara chakra. You are the ish. Group number 3, 3 pentacles, the pyramid with the 3. And you have your 29, soul lesson, nobility, Ara chakra. Be your true self. Radiate that. So you got this woman, looks like a woman, in the nude, and she's in a golden egg. By you appreciating who you are, that is the work. Whoever you are, that's how God made you. That is exactly how you were designed. Soul lesson. You're learning how to connect to your soul. You're learning how powerful, how beautiful your soul is. And okay. Hey, group number 3. So the video cut out, and I'm going to go ahead and go over the cards that I just flipped out. And, well, hopefully I talked about the nobility Ara chakra. If I didn't in the video, I would just show the clip of me holding it and me talking about it. I think what I'll do is I will hold up all of the cards and in the order that I did it, and then, well, that'll probably help, hopefully. Or I'll take a snapshot. Noble, you're being taken to the castle. You are a king, you are a queen in the eyes of the divine. Okay, let's find the card. Project pure love and hope. This card comes to guide you to command your field, clear your aura, and surround yourself with resounding love. When your aura is clear of subconscious garbage and filled with the highest virtues, you attract positively charged energy. Your aura is your home. You live in it your whole life. And those who come close to you also share this space. Your aura provides protection against disease and negative environmental influences, while also projecting your intentions into the world. A powerful 8th chakra is noble like gold, automatically deflecting and filtering negative influences and radiating magnetic vibrancy. Your aura can be kept clean and be enriching. I love how, we got the nobility, we got the gold references. I love the synchronicities showing up, and it blows me away every time to see how easy it is to witness synchronicities. Your aura can be kept clean and be enriching, comforting, nurturing, powerful, and inspiring. Those in your company will feel these positive energies coming from you. Our auras become weak if we behave in a diminished way, and we also become vulnerable to viruses and the negative and aggressive attitudes of others. Your opportunity when working with the aura is to ensure that you maintain a noble attitude, even when under extreme pressure. Okay, for some reason this is taking me to Beyonce. I know the Carters are quite controversial at this point in time, but I always felt like, because I didn't hear her complaining a lot, I'm sure fame is not, it seems like a reward, but fame is a very painful experience for a lot of people. And I think Michael Jackson is a very good example, Whitney Houston as well. But I always felt like she radiated a very noble aura around her. And I'm sure many of us have met people like that who radiate that aura as well, who are just normal folk in the world, and they radiate that powerful aura. But I love this emphasis around it protecting us, because people are so afraid of what's going to happen to them. But if you're working on yourself, you're developing a spiritual coat of honor that is protecting you through your intentions and through you taking out the trash. So it doesn't matter what people say about you, what gossip happens, if people disagree with what you're doing. If you believe in yourself, you will be fine. Your opportunity when working with the aura is to ensure that you maintain a noble attitude, even when under extreme pressure. When you behave in a noble manner and radiate your best qualities, you will feel happy within yourself, and what you project will also benefit others. You have been stirred to raise awareness into your heart, and your inner truth is becoming hard to ignore. You know intuitively that you must align even more with your heart wisdom and truth so you can project this powerful, unified energy through your aura and into the world. In your heart, you know you came here with a unique purpose, a wonderful contribution to the co-creation of this golden era. Sing your heart songs, sing loud and sing proud. What did I say about the music? Synchronicity again. Stand with your feet firmly and evenly grounded. Ooh, grounded. And sweep your arms up and down by your sides through your aura. Breathing deeply and smiling, say, I am the light of my soul. That to me reminds me of my nephew, Caden, who is just so delightful. But kids radiate that energy quite naturally. So bright. And I just feel like that's something he would do. He would just like hug himself. Yeah, maybe you guys need to do that. Self-love, self-care. All right, let's go ahead and pull the remaining cards for your reading, and then we'll close it out here. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of synchronicities between these groups. There's a lot of similar messages in the other groups too. And cards. Some of them. Oh, nice. We got 3. All right. So we have here Danu Assurance number 10 here. And we got 10 here as well. Danu Assurance. So the universe wants you to feel assured in yourself. on this path, to know that everything is manifesting to me with this plant here. Takes me to Swati, and Swati is in Libra, and Swati is about being independent and going where the wind blows you. So this is a really good time for you to embrace being independent and trusting the divine winds. The divine trade winds is what I'm hearing, is supporting you, and it's blowing you in the direction that is meant for you. Be assured. We have here coin toss. Choices, either or, be fair. I'm going to just jump to unpredictable, take a chance. So this card is about taking a chance. Take a chance, take a chance, dance with the universe. Take a chance. With that 2 Virgo, take a chance on your physical situation, your manifestation. It's going to be worth it. And it's going to be worth way more than this penny. Looks like a penny. So just know that you're going to end up with more than a coin for this here. Take the chance. We have successful funding and declutter. So your idea is divinely guided and supported by the same infinite wisdom of God and of God that gave you the idea. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships, and other investments are available to help you. So to me, this is saying that the universe is funding your idea, funding your dreams, and funding your aspirations. They're funding it. They're funding your dream lifestyle. The castle in the sky, I was seeing people building the castle. We got the 10 of Cups. They are funding this. You don't have to worry about where the funds are coming from. Just rest assured they're coming. We have here declutter. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take the time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items. Be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. So the declutter card is usually referring to our mental clutter. That's the most important clutter and garbage that we're supposed to take out. All right, so we're ready to move on. Yeah, so make sure you take out that mental clutter, that internal garbage, which is anything negative that we say about ourselves or about other people. That gossip is a no-no. It's fine if you think the thought sometime, but if you take it as, if you think a thought enough times, it starts to become a belief. So we do have to be conscious of the thoughts we're thinking and set an intention to disagree or understand or neutralize the thought and understand that it's not true. So we have here crown chakra, affirmations, I'm divine and inspired. We have here sacral chakra affirmations, I trust my feelings and give them ample room for expression. Yes, so follow your divine inspiration wherever that is calling you to, whatever that creative outlet with the artist here. Whatever you're feeling called to create, be a part of that experience. You are getting all of your inspiration from the divine. And I said that, did I say that earlier for this group? I hope so. But you guys, all of your ideas are divinely inspired. So know that they're there for a reason. We have your sacral chakra affirmations. I trust my feelings and give them ample room for expression. So maybe you're learning how to process your emotions and your feelings better. And this ability to process your emotions, perhaps even process past experiences and release the trauma that's stored in our lower 3 chakras, our solar, sacral, and root, has helped you to be able to move on in life and create positive, loving energy in your life. Yes, and I always say that feelings are not, they're all correct. You don't need to believe in the story that maybe the feelings are trying to tell you. Especially if it's a negative emotion, they will tell you a lot of negative stories. But you can trust your feelings, and you can trust that all of them are acceptable, all of them are okay to feel. It's safe, you're safe to feel all of those emotions. Okay. Let's close out your reading. We have here, my life flows with ease and grace. Everything is flowing with ease and grace. It's intentional. I am hugged by an unseen protective force. You are protected. You are safe. We were talking about the golden egg here and safety. We have here, I'm surrounded by supportive people who believe in me. Yeah, this is the dream life, right? It's being surrounded by people that we care about with this 10 of Cups. It's about doing something that we actually love and following our divine inspiration to create our portrait, create whatever we feel inspired to. And this is our castle. This is our masterpiece, which the universe is happily helping you to create. Final message for this group. We have here 10th house, Leo, and Venus. All right. We're going to double down on the artists. Some of you guys are artists. You are very creative, very creatively inspired. And it has a lot to do with you just being yourself with this Venus and Leo. However you feel called to express yourself, this is what the world needs here. Music, whatever it is, your artistry, your creativity that you want to share with the world is a masterpiece. What was I saying about someone paying a lot of money for what it is that you're wanting to create? So never doubt your ideas or think they're too small, or doubt yourself or your ability to make a difference, or doubt your impact. Because with this Venus and Leo, it's showing to me that you have a beautiful impact that is meant to be made in this world. Ripple effect. The ripple effect, the ripples in the water are being created from your artistry. And I think it's really cool that I referenced Beyonce earlier because she is a Leo. I follow Vedic astrology and she's a Leo. So why is she so creative? She's like 6 planets in Virgo, and she's a Virgo ascendant, so she does come off as Virgo-esque, and she is a sun in Virgo in her D9 chart, which is her destiny chart in the first house. So she comes off as very strongly Virgo, but she is a Leo in the 12th house, which means that she is always inspired, always creative, can't sit still, always has a new idea, is very intentional about her legacy, her process, her creative process, and she's masterful at it as well. So just imagine you guys have the ability to inspire people with your art, inspire people with the life that you create for yourself. So share you, share your ideas, share your art, find those creative outlets and platforms for you to show people how beautiful life is, how beautiful life can be. And what I love about artistry is sometimes it amplifies how we feel, or it just reflects the beauty of what we're experiencing in life. It really heightens that experience. So you guys are beautiful artists, and this world needs your artwork. That's going to be the end of your reading here, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support, and let me know if this resonates. Thank you. Bye.